So the last little addition we need to make here is we want to create a navigation on our page that looks pretty fly. It's not going to actually take us anywhere, but it's going to set up all of the HTML and CSS we need to create a navigation when we're ready. So right below the header div, right here, above the container div, I want you to create another div, just like that. I want you to give this div a class of navigation, just like that. Div with a class of navigation. Inside this div, we're going to create an unordered list. How do you create an unordered list again? That's right. We use a U to the L. Cha-ching. Now, inside the unordered list, how do you create items? List items. What do you use? The LI tag. Nicely done. LI. And let's make 3 of them. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Just like that. So we now have a div with a class of navigation. And inside that div, we have an unordered list. That unordered list contains 3 list items. The first one is going to say about. The second one is going to say sources. And the third one is going to say contact. Now, if you save and refresh the page, you'll notice something interesting. What do you notice? Here's my bullet points like I normally get for an unordered list, but check out where they are. Where are they located? They're located behind my container div. Why is that? The reason why is because anytime you decide to position something absolute, like we did with this container, it breaks the flow of the HTML. So every other element doesn't even realize that it's there. It has no idea that this absolutely positioned element is even there. So it puts us on our list right there as if this container div didn't exist. And now it's behind it. Now there's 2 ways to fix that. The first one is the wrong way, which I'll show you right now. If we take this container and we give it a CSS property of ZIndex, we can actually change how far forward or how far back our container div is. So if I give it 100, it'll come very far forward and be in front of everything. If I give it like -100, notice how it goes all the way to the back. So you can't even see that it's in front of everything anymore. Notice that? So ZIndex moves things forward and backwards into the page and out of the page. The higher the number is, the further out of the page it comes. The lower the number is, or the more negative the number is, the further into the page it moves. Now, this looks bad, doesn't it? So we're not going to do this, but I do want to show you that when you give things absolute, relative, or fixed positions, you can then give them a ZIndex property and set that value to whatever number you want, and it'll change how far into or out of the screen the element goes. So instead of doing that, though, I'm going to change the positioning of my navigation. So now we're going to need to create a new class, where I'm going to do it right below logo, called .navigation, just like that. Cool. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see. In this navigation rule, we're going to make sure that it is position fixed. Now, we talked about fixed. What does position fixed mean? Yeah, I heard it. Yes, Stephanie Monzon. It follows you when you scroll down. So it doesn't change where it's positioned on the page. It's fixed to that position no matter what. Exactly right. Just like the green div is right here on this CodePen page. It's fixed. Because it's fixed, the navigation will always be right here, no matter what. No matter how far we scroll down, the navigation will always be on our left side when you just click on it. Now, I don't really like these little dots as part of my navigation. So we can get rid of that. We can say that everything inside of our navigation div should not have any dots by using another CSS property called list style type. List dash style dash type, and give it a value of none. When you save and refresh the page, you should, oh, you know what? I have to give it to the unordered list inside the navigation. Excuse me. My bad. So to specify, that's right, exactly, excuse me. To specify the unordered list inside of the navigation div, you say dot navigation space UL and give that a list style type of none. And then bam, our dots are gone. See that? Okay, we're getting closer to what I want. Now remember, when position is fixed or absolute, we can give it things like left, right, whatever. If I give this a left of 0, nothing changes, right? But if I give it a left of -10, I can now see more of the words than I saw before. Let's try -20. Nice. -30. Nicer. -40? Too much. Let's go -35. Okay. Still not exactly what I want, but we're getting closer. Okay? And if our screen is big enough, we will be able to see all of these guys. Let's make sure it stays in front of whatever it is in. So let's give it a ZIndex of 100. So that this is always in front of whatever element it's on top of. Check that out. And now our navigation is there. Look at that. Still, none of these are links yet. They don't look nice. We need to make some updates. To do that, we need to use a little bit of styling. Before we do anything else, I want to turn all of these into links so that we can click on them and we can go somewhere. Does anyone remember how we turn things into links again? Yes. That's right. We use the anchor tag. The A with the href attribute, just like this. And we can surround the entire first list item with an anchor tag by doing this right here. When we do that and we save it, we can now see that our first item is a link. Our first list item is now a link. So do the same thing with the others as well. And now they should all, when you save and refresh, I'm just going to give them the href of hashtag for now. When you save and refresh, you should have 3 links. And now we have sort of a little navigation that follows us around. Snazzy. I like. It still doesn't look good, don't get me wrong. It does not look good. But we're going to fix that. And actually, I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to answer your questions, paste the code in Slack, and we're going to fix the rest of this in the next video.